Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Zypher and today we're taking a look at a game called Star Citizen. Now this is a map that I downloaded. It's a custom map made by a guy named Pearl. All links will be in the description below. It's only a 1.4 megabyte download and it takes everything that's in the hangar module and it basically makes it available to you to use. So today we're going to be taking a look at everything that it has to offer, and I'll just be taking you guys through a little bit of a tour of the map and then later on the ships that we can actually fly and interact with and such. So if I hit this button here, there'll be a bit of lag, but it'll pass, and I'll actually fire a Hornet at these spinner blades. And this is actually pretty cool because for a couple of things we get to see the destruction in the game, and it's just bloody fun to watch. So as you can see, that Hornet actually crashed into this one, and when I first saw this, I was actually really surprised at just how already complex the game has become. I mean, for it being in pre-alpha, I didn't expect too much from this custom map, but it's really impressed me. I mean, the Hornet is the ship that is most complete as of right now in the development process. All other ships don't have the level of destructibility and whatnot the Hornet does, and as you can see, we are going to experience some glitches while we're here, guys, but alright. See if I can get one more to explode. They just seem to be bouncing off right now. I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but that one kind of caught on fire. One more. Alright, there we go. There's some nice destruction. Alright, so we can also change the time of day. So this is kind of like a bit of an evening, later at night. Kind of a bit of a morning one right there, and really bright there. So I'm not sure which one I should put it on. Probably just keep it at this lighting level. It's a really nice lighting level. You get to see, you know, everything in high fidelity. And it's all really impressive as well. Alright, so if I take you guys down here, just a little bit more of a look at the physics of the game, just be able to blow up the barrels. I believe that shadow is caused by something. Oh damn, there's a Hornet in the air, okay. Hornets even create shadows, that's actually rather impressive, but activate this, barrels go exploding everywhere, and something you guys may or may not know is that Star Citizen is actually being made the Cry engine free. And now the Cry engine is the engine that's used to make the Crisis games, which is maybe why this game's look familiar for some of you guys, but the Cry engine is a really great engine. It's used to make all the Crisis games again, and it's going to be the engine that they're using to create Star Citizen. And as you can see, by hitting this button here, it just spawns a Hornet for you and then explodes it in a couple of seconds, just to look at destruction a little bit more. Now, one thing I found about the this map is that the ships do actually really easily attach themselves to the walls and to the ground and whatnot, so you have to be a little careful about that. But this is awesome. I'm going to show you guys something that's a little bit different. For the first time ever, we actually get to shoot our guns at a ship. So in the past, we've been able to shoot guns, but just at targets, like in a shooting range, like you would in real life. But they've actually given us a gun to use that we can actually shoot ships with, so this is actually a bit of fun. I'll show you that to you guys right now. And just hit F, there we go. But yeah, I'm rather impressed from what I've seen already, because as you may not know, the dogfighting module for the game is actually going to be coming out just after PAX East, like around April 11th. So I'm really excited for that. But as you can see, I'm able to shoot the plane, and as I do so, bits of it do fall off. I just shot off that wing. I can shoot off this one, and once we shoot off both wings, I just blow it up for you guys. But yeah, it's really awesome that you can actually shoot at parts of a ship and they will come off. Like what they're hoping to have later on in the game is the ability to, you know, knock out someone's oxygen supply. I can knock out their weapons, all sorts of stuff. So right now it's already really impressive, but it's only going to get better as the game development process continues to go on. So just get out of the turret now though. Right now, the Hornet is actually the only ship that can be destroyed to any extent. All the other ships don't have their damage states complete yet, and yeah, I can't actually do that with them. So there's actually only 3 flyable ships as of right now. The 300i, the Aurora LN, and the Hornet are the flyable ships in the game currently. All other ships that are currently available in the hangar, you can't fly, which is rather disappointing, but hopefully they'll get to that. But this is rather interesting for me because, alright, just do this one first. Hitting this button, it'll tell you to look up. You bunch of Hornets drop down on you, and as you can see, debris will fly everywhere. Luckily for you, your character can't die or anything, but I'm actually, yeah, I'm really impressed. That's what I was going to talk about. I'm really impressed at how well my system is running this. Like, I'm running this at like a perfect 60 FPS, apart from like, you know, huge explosions with multiple ships. But it's only when that happens that like I'll lag for a couple of seconds, you know, like you see, but then the frames will go straight back up. I was really expecting the game to be really taxing on my machine, but I'm actually running it surprisingly well. And for those of you who are asking, I've got a GTX 780 i7-4770 processor and 8 gigabytes of RAM and more hard drive space that I could use for recording. So these buttons over here, they'll slow down time and bring it back to normal again. So if I hold down F on here, as you can see, we enter slow motion, we even jump in slow motion and everything. Actually, a nice explosion in the background over there, and we can bring it back to our normal speed here. So to use this map, you do actually need to be a backer of the game. You need to have access to that hangar module, because the mod only being 1.4 megabytes download, it does use all the assets of the hangar module. So you need to get that before you can actually play this map. But what I'm going to show you guys now is actually this space portion of the game. So I'll probably like reload this up and I'll get to showing you guys that later. Alright, see you guys then. Alright, so I did just finish rebooting the map because I wanted to clear up the mess that we made in our last part, but I forgot there was one thing I hadn't showed you guys. If you go over and hit this button here, it actually will simulate nighttime. All the lights in the sky will go out, and actually it looks really awesome because you can see like nebulas and such in the background, and it's all really impressive to look at, really. So anyway, if you go over to this button here, this will actually take us to the space portion of the game, where we'll be able to spawn all of our ships and actually get to fly them around. But before we do that, I'm actually going to show you something, guys, that's really cool. So if we hit F on this, we'll actually spawn 2 Hornets flying at a really high speed that will crash into each other. So it did lag there a little bit, but the first time you spawn them, it will lag. So just do it again and it'll be fine. And as you can see, just get to have a look at 2 Hornets running into each other. It's a bit glitchy right now, like sometimes they all go around in circles and whatnot, but if you do it enough, you can actually get really good results. Sometimes they'll just completely wreck each other, but sometimes they'll just bounce off each other, as you can see. So I just want them to explode into each other like they do sometimes. Alright, there we go. I actually got the other 2 stuck there and then activated the button again, so that's some really nice fireworks for you guys right there. And it is 0 G's out in space right there, but gravity is simulated on this little plane here. So anyway, without further ado, get to show you guys the flying now. So let's spawn ourselves a Hornet and get into it per usual. And yeah, flying, you accelerate with the plus and minus keys. You do the tilting and everything with the WASD keys, and you can roll with Q and E. And now I think I'm definitely gonna have to get myself a joystick to play this game properly, because as you guys may be able to notice when I'm actually flying, it's very jaggedy with the WASD keys, and you can't really get the angle that you want a lot of the time. So I'm also going to show you guys some first person flying and then some third person flying later on. And I'm just holding down the plus key right now. We are actually going max speed for what they've set in the game currently, so that's rather cool. And as you can see, I'm getting heavily affected by momentum. That's something that I haven't experienced in flying games before. Now, I haven't played that much flying games, but yeah, the momentum will actually send your ship spinning. And when you're turning, you can't just fly full speed, because what a lot of people are being worried about is how you're meant to catch someone in a Hornet if you're in a 300i and they're flying max speed. And I don't really think this is too much of a problem, because if you're actually trying to turn at max speed in your ship, it's actually going to be really hard for you, really hard to control, and the momentum may just crash you into an asteroid or whatever. So yeah, flying for the most part's pretty awesome. I'm actually really impressed by it thus far. I just need to avoid all the bits of debris I caused in space. And yep, I'll switch to third person for you guys now. So as you can see, I'll show you guys what I meant by the momentum. If we go full speed and then swing around like this, it will like drag us out a little bit, and turning becomes like a little bit harder and whatnot. But yeah, as you can see, the game looks amazing. Like already this early into its development, it looks so good. And yeah, I'm really impressed by how this is all working out and whatnot. So yeah, other angles you can look at your ship at from is you can like look at the front, I guess, if you wanted to do that, and you can also go into like a free third-person view as well. And I actually need to be careful; I might crash into something if I'm oh shit! And okay, I'm just gonna prevent myself from crashing because that would be pretty awful. And yeah, those are the views you can use to actually take a look at your ship. And the Hornet is the only one with actual working weapons, so I'll show you guys that in the first person. If we're just actually, we might take a shot at some Hornets that we spawned earlier. So if we can find one and head to it, I'll show you guys what shooting at them looks like. As you can see, it's rather jagged. If I use the WASD keys, it's pretty hard to aim and whatnot, but I just want to try and get as close as I can to do this. Oh shit! As you can see, the momentum. Okay, so we can actually take shots at it now. There we go. Shooting obviously isn't fully implemented yet, but it still looks pretty nice. And as you can see, it's just having a bit of trouble right now, but nevertheless, you can eventually blow up a ship with your guns. It takes a little bit, but obviously they haven't finished the balancing or whatever, so... But yeah, that will take a little bit too long. I also just want to fly around, show you guys shooting in the third person, because it also looks really awesome. And I want to talk a bit about third person, first person flying. Obviously, third person flying is a hell of a lot easier when you want to actually navigate around the world that you're in. It's just so much easier to tell where you're going, but it's definitely going to be extremely hard to actually hit something in third person flying. As you can see, I'll try and shoot at these guys over here and I'll end up crashing into them, which is something I don't want to do. So yeah, I'll definitely say that third person flying is definitely going to be for when you actually want to be able to tell when you're going, but as you might be able to tell, first person will definitely be the main view you'll be using if you actually want to go into combat with other ships. Just in first person view here, I can actually aim at the ship and I can actually hit it. I don't want to crash into it though, but I find it really hard to navigate around just using first person view. So anyway, let's actually land this baby now. We're actually going to head back down to the where is the exit? There it is. We're going to head back down onto the ground actually, and I'll show you guys what landing looks like. Obviously, if you're landing onto like something big in the game, it'll be all automated, but yeah, I'll show you guys what trying to land your ship in just by yourself looks like. It's actually takes some practice, but you get good at it eventually, so just make sure I get into the ring first. As you can see, that annoying WASD mouse key thing, kind of hard to navigate with, but it's super bright, so if we get close enough to the ground we can actually see the squares and whatnot. Gotta slow down, and let's hope you don't fuck this up. Alright, so oh, we're getting close. What I want you guys to look out for is the thrusters, how they move around, and also my landing gear will deploy once I get close to the ground, as you can see just there. So we're going to get close as we can, and then we just hit the F key, it'll power down, and that could have been smoother, but it worked nonetheless. Nothing that's going to damage our ship, and we can get out now, and I'll show you guys the two other flyable ships, the 300i and the Aurora. And just as a side note for you guys, I only own the 300i and the Cutlass, but the reason this map is just so damn good is because I haven't got the chance before this to actually check out the other ships. So using this map, you can actually check out all the ships that are currently available in a hangar, even the Constellation. It's really cool. And definitely if you want to check out ships but you don't want to buy them and you want to kind of have a look at them just before you do so, maybe this would be where I would go. So I don't believe I need to show you guys flying in the 300i and the Aurora. There's really no difference yet. I don't believe they've implemented like differences between the ships. Right now, flying the 300i or the Aurora is the exact same thing as if you were to fly a Hornet. So we're just going to go around and spawn the ships. And one thing I also want to take a note of is that the Hornet is the only one with lights that will actually work. So if I actually go back down onto the plane that we had down there, it would and I activated night mode, it would actually light up the place, and that's something that other ships don't have on them right now. So the 300i, the Aurora don't have lights, and this is something that's a little bit weird. I thought that we would actually be able to fly the Avenger, but as it turns out, the Avenger you can't fly. I'm not sure why. It's actually a small ship, but they just haven't implemented that into the game yet. But yeah, that's what I was going to talk about earlier. This kind of gives gives us an idea of what we might be expecting from the dogfighting module releasing in April now. That is 1 month away, but nevertheless, we see that we've got 3 flyable ships, the Aurora 300i and the Hornet, but hopefully we may be able to get access to the Avenger, and then later on bigger ships like the Cutlass and whatnot. So let's actually go over here and spawn the Cutlass, the Constellation, and the Freelancer, and then I think that'll be it, guys. So yep, we can spawn the Cutlass. This is one of the 2 ships that I own, including the 300i. I really love it. It's great for bounty hunters, pirates, all sorts of things. And yep, there we go, spawned it all perfectly and everything. And one thing about the Constellation, I think there's like a 50-50 chance it'll land doing a wheelie, and if it does that, you unfortunately can't get into it. But if it does, alright, sweet, didn't. Alright, so yeah, sometimes this will land in like a wheelie position, and when it does that, you can't get into it and everything. But this time it landed on its belly, so that's awesome. If it does land in a wheelie position, you can't just spawn a new one, because those will spawn into each other, and the game will just you know how it works. But yeah, if it does happen that you can't get into the Constellation, just reboot the map and yeah, start it again. So again, guys, all links in the description below. Check out this map for yourself. If you're a backer of Star Citizen and you have access to the hangar module, I'd put this on your top 10 list to check out. So those are all the ships that we have available in the map though, and I'm just going to head back down to the ground, show you guys what the lights on the Hornet looks like. So yeah, definitely download this. It's only 1.4 megabytes. All credit goes to the goes to Pearl for making this map. If you want instructions as to how to actually install it, that'll be in the Reddit link that I provide to you guys in the bottom. And yeah, another thing, the reason I haven't been using the sound assets from the actual game is because they often glitch out and they often get so loud that they'll overwhelm my voice. So I can't actually use those assets while doing the commentary. So I'm just going to turn off the lights here for a second, just deactivate these, and as you can see, the lights on the Hornet are going all out right now. I'll leave it up to the guys that are making Star Citizen to have an option to turn these off, because if you're flying through space and you're lit up like this, you're going to be pretty noticeable. So I trust that you'll be able to turn these lights on and off, and they actually look really awesome, and they make the Hornet look really cool. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this, and definitely if you haven't checked out Star Citizen and this is your first time viewing any Star Citizen content, this isn't really a good place to start, but I definitely recommend that you go check it out. It's an amazing game. I'm super hyped for it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, do all that beautiful stuff that helped me out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.